Today we'll be walking you through how to submit a safety and loss prevention grant request. The first thing you'll want to do is visit our website at www.csdpool.org. Go to the drop-down menu under Services, click the option that says Grants, and then click Safety and Loss Prevention Grants, which will be the first option that you see. This webpage explains what the Safety Grant Program is and has a list of eligible purchase ideas that you can look through. It also links to an FAQ which goes into further detail about what districts qualify for the Safety Grant Program, what the program deadlines are, and more. If you ever have questions about the Safety Grant Program, this is the first place to check. To find the application, you can click the link at the top of the page that says Apply for a Safety and Loss Prevention Grant, or at the bottom of the page where it says Grant Application. This application is hosted on Origami, and we will sometimes have people try to reach the application a different way where Origami will ask them for login information. Please understand that you will not need to log into Origami to submit a safety grant request. If login information is being requested, go back and be sure that you're accessing the application using the correct link. Now click Submit a new safety grant request, and then search for the name of your district. Once you've done this, click the button that says Next in the upper right corner of the screen. Now put your first and last name where it says Applicant Name. Do not put the name of your district in this box because you already chose what district you're submitting for in the previous step, and our team will be able to see your selection when the application comes through. Before we go any further, please note that you will not be able to save your application while it is in progress, close out of the page, and come back to it later. So please be sure to only start the application when you have your invoice for the purchase ready and have enough time to complete the application in one sitting. Next, type in your phone number and email address. If our team has questions about your application and needs to reach out to you, this will be the contact information that we use. Please put down a phone number and email address that you can check regularly and have easy access to. The next section of the application asks for the purchase amount, and this part can be confusing for some people. Even though the Safety Grant Program reimburses up to 50% of the purchase total, we do not need you to take that into consideration while filling out the application. Say, for example, you bought $400 worth of safety equipment. In this box, you would put $400, and our team would calculate how much the district would be reimbursed when we go through and approve the request. Next, the application will ask you for the date of your purchase. If you are including multiple purchases in a single request, then just choose the date of the earliest purchase. For approval category type, you will choose the category that most closely fits the purchase you made. If you are including multiple purchases in your request from different categories, then just select Miscellaneous. Now it will ask you for the purchase description and expected benefit. For purchase description, you will want to list out exactly what it was that your district purchased. For this example application, we'll say that the district purchased new fire extinguishers and high visibility safety vests. For expected benefit, you'll want to explain how these purchases will improve the safety or accessibility of your district. For purchases like the one used in this example, you don't need to go into a lot of detail. It's fairly self-explanatory how these items will improve safety. You could put something like improves the district's ability to manage fires that may break out and prevent harm to district employees or damage to property for the fire extinguishers, and helps employees be more visible to oncoming traffic, decreasing the risk of collisions and potential injuries for the safety vests. If your request is for a piece of equipment whose safety benefit is specific to your field and that our team might not understand without an explanation, you'll want to include more detail. Remember that our staff will accept or deny your application based on if the purchases being made improve safety, reduce losses, or mitigate risk at your district. We will not accept requests for SDA or other organization dues, pool contributions or insurance premiums of any kind, routine maintenance or repair costs, payroll for any employee for any purpose, or covered claims and deductibles. For a list of eligible and ineligible purchases, visit csdpool.org/safety-grants. If you're still unsure, you can also request pre-approval by filling out a contact form at csdpool.org/connect. Once you've filled out these fields, you'll want to click the button that says Save Changes in the upper right corner. Once again, even though it says Save Changes, you will not be able to go back to your application and edit after clicking this button. If there is any additional information you want to provide in this section, please do so before clicking the button. Finally, the last section will allow you to upload documentation of your purchase by clicking the text that says Upload File. For accounting purposes, we can only accept invoices and receipts as part of your application. Documents such as quotes, estimates, bank statements, or scan checks will not be accepted, and this may result in a denial of your application. If you are submitting multiple files or a document that is multiple pages long, we encourage you to highlight the purchase amounts you want us to look at on invoices and receipts. This is especially true if an eligible purchase is listed on the same receipt as an ineligible purchase, so that our team doesn't have to read through every line to find out what purchases we should be counting. In the past, we've had members upload Excel sheets that break down what each purchase was and the amount along with the invoice or receipt. This can be very helpful for our team because we can spot any inconsistencies quicker and get in contact with you about correcting the application. Once you've uploaded your invoice or receipt, click the button that says I'm done and you've successfully completed your safety grant application. Before ending this tutorial, there are 2 common mistakes that I want to touch on so you know how to avoid them in your applications. First, the Safety Grant Program has a minimum purchase amount of $200 and a minimum reimbursement amount of $100 due to administrative costs. This does not mean that you can't submit an item that costs less than $200. It just means that you should include it in the same request as other items that push it over the $200 threshold. So, for example, if you bought a $50 first aid kit, we would not be able to reimburse that purchase unless you submitted it in the same application as $150 worth of other equipment. Second, if you're submitting more than 2 safety grant requests at a time, even if they all meet the $200 minimum, we recommend that you submit them as part of one application. This helps speed up processing time and reduces the administrative burden on our team. Now you should be all set to submit your safety and loss prevention grant application. Remember to visit our website at csdpool.org/safety-grants to find the application, view our FAQ, and read the list of eligible purchase options. If you have any additional questions, you can fill out a contact form at csdpool.org/connect.